This is for all ages, from youngsters, from the little children in dancing schools, right up to older ones. So it entertains all ages.
It would be a good idea if they opened it for ever so many more.
Well, it brings people together.
It wants a coat of paint and new windows.
Yeah, it's time they did something with it. It's a shame it's gone so bad.
Here we have a place which is ready for regeneration in the town hall, and a coalition of interests across a very wide spectrum. So we have obviously got Strummerville out there, we've got the engine room already operating well, a passion for film, an interest in film, and people with the expertise who we can bring over here. There is already the great tradition of carnival here in Bridgwater. There is pantomime, there is light opera. There are all kinds of interests. There's learning and disability services here, all of which can come together to create a great momentum here.
I believe that the development of a cultural centre like this is something that should be and will be recognised as a regional treasure.
Well, it's a wonderful historic building, and people have traditionally come to the town hall for all the major shows which take place here, and it could be and should be the cultural centre of Bridgwater.
I've been coming to the town hall as a supporter for in excess of 50 years. I started when I was 3-4 years old, and I really have a tremendous passion for this building.
The building at the moment is empty and falling into disrepair, and it's a beautiful building, and everybody in Bridgwater is very proud of it and fond of it.
The town hall has, first of all, a charm all of its own with its architecture, which is really Victorian because the building is now over 160 years old. Its drawback is that there's many small rooms around the building, and the fact that it lends itself particularly to some of the activities that use the main hall.
The building's been in a deteriorated condition, but they're still used. The theatre is still used substantially throughout the year. You know, we have up to 70,000 people actually going in as performers and audience in the theatre, and the user groups that we're talking about, the carnival clubs, the pantomime society, the amateur operatics, they make full use of the theatre. So yeah, it's very well used and close to the hearts of the people of Bridgwater. That goes without saying, I think, really.
It is a unique building. It's a bit ramshackle done underneath around the dressing rooms. You can get yourself lost.
It sits there slowly rotting in the heart of the town, an albatross around the council's neck. If that could be transformed into a dynamic heart of the town, I think that could really drive a new way of looking at Bridgwater and feeling how to be alive in Bridgwater.
Well, at the moment, if you look at it now, it looks a bit of a sad building. It would be the easiest thing in the world for the council to say, well, let's get cash for our asset there and run with it. The council, like many other councils throughout the country, have pressure on them to raise capital funds to move regeneration projects forward. But what we've done here, in consultation with our partners, is to make the conscious decision to have something that people really want, and that's the cultural-led option.
We're lucky to be working here with Bridgwater Town Council, without whom we would not be able to move this project forward, and whose support has been 100% from the beginning.
Well, I think we have an opportunity to promote something that will be a real advantage to the community of Bridgwater. It's an exciting prospect all round. The fact that you get so many different organisations into one building, which could be, when it works, will be, and I say when it works, could be the envy of the whole of the West Country.
It would be ideal because it could bring all the users together, and we could there'd be a cross-fertilisation of ideas, no doubt.
We have hundreds of people in through the door every day, every week, and moving into bigger premises in the town hall and having that great relationship with all the other partners, it's just a fantastic opportunity for the engine room, for Somerset Film, to make its new base there.
It will be such an incredible vehicle for pulling together people from all ages.
It would be great to see this centre as a way of bringing Bridgwater into the 21st century and starting with a new vision for the town.
I think it's fairly unique, and certainly I've not heard of a partnership of this kind with public, private, regional and some national players who are trying to create a centre of excellence within Bridgwater that will have significance for the whole of the region.
We share with our partners in Taunton and Yeovil a passion for this part of the world, a commitment to moving culture forward across the county and across the region.
We've been using the town hall for the carnival concerts for 125 years now. We currently have something like 13,000 people use the town hall during the concert fortnight, and development of the town hall would certainly give the opportunity for improvement for the facilities in there for all the users as well as carnival.
But it's been our home to put shows on all those years, and we had our 50th production last year, the 51st was this year.
So yeah, it's great. Stromville works mainly with young people, focuses young people, new bands, and giving kids opportunities that they haven't had before. And there'll be a great crossover with the Arts Centre and with the Engine Room, with Somerset Film, in terms of joint projects, video, music videos, video DJing. So there's all sorts of scope for joint projects across all partners there.
Well, the idea of the Black Lamp is to try and is to have a space in the Town Hall Island site to create a cinema which would bring a different kind of film into Bridgwater. So you'd be able to show 4 or 5 different films a day, and some of those could be, you know, ranging from student works to, you know, films from other continents to commercial films.
For the YPFC, we've worked very collaboratively here at the Engine Room, and I think it's been really, really great. The Town Hall site will really allow us to work with different artists of Bridgwater, both filmmakers, musicians, actors, and we believe that having this great showcase of young people, this network, will really put Bridgwater on the map.
What we're particularly excited about with the Town Hall Island project is that it's going to help us pursue a strand of work that we've had running with the Engine Room in Bridgwater and with Bigger House Productions around creating information films for people with learning disabilities. And we've made now 6 films, and we've got a 7th in production at the moment, which has allowed us to create not just training opportunities but employment opportunities for learning disabled actors. What's particularly exciting is that the Town Hall Island project will allow that sort of activity to happen in a place where other people are undertaking cultural and arts opportunities rather than in one of our day centre segregated settings.
I think for us at the Arts Centre, the opportunities will be much greater, and really we have outgrown the building we're in at the moment, and we need to be providing a cultural venue for the 21st century, and we're not able to do that in our present building.
This seems like a time when artists, when people involved in the cultural sector can really make a difference, can really help to shape our collective futures. We've got to dare to innovate, we've got to dare to take risks with this project, and I think that from that excellence can flow.
Having been part of that town hall complex for such a long time, I just find the whole thing I'm really passionate and excited by it all.
There's going to be the ability to have a real crossover of different art forms, people learning from each other, and all it can do is just add to the wealth of the culture that we have here in Bridgwater at the moment.
It is the centre point of the town, and without that we're going to struggle in the future.
I believe that if we can make this cultural island work here in the centre of Bridgwater, it will bring benefits beyond those that money can buy.
I think we need to be realistic. It's a huge project, it's a huge building. There are some real issues to be resolved around the fabric of the building. The District Council hasn't got any capital funding, so everything that we do is working towards trying to secure external funding. We've got the commitment from partners, but what we have got ahead of us is a huge amount of work to pull in the money we need to make the project a reality.
I think the opportunities are enormous, and I think the opportunities are there not only for the new user groups that we're hoping to encourage to use the town hall, but also for the existing user groups.
I think you have to try and strike a balance between, you know, what is powerful of the traditions of the past and not be afraid to move forward and you know, bring those traditions into a new context.
I'd just like to confirm that Surgeon's fully supportive of this project, and we want to see it happen as soon as we possibly can.
It really is a one-off, and it really would be a crime to let it slip away, to not really grasp this and make it work.
It's an ambition which embraces the whole community. This is the beginning, I hope, of a big opportunity, and I hope that everyone here today will grasp it.